What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's see. Told you guys I'd give you guys a quick video on what my battle belt looks like. This isn't really a training range belt. This is more like SHTF type stuff. And I'm going to be going over kind of like the contents and stuff like that and let you know what I run. All right. But first, I'd like to give a shout out to the gentleman who recommended these. These are the Shield Glock 43X magazines. Hope the light's good enough. I'm not sure if it is or not. The sun's kind of going down where I'm at, so you're going to have to deal with it. So these are the Shield Arms 15 round magazines. I really like them. The magazine catch is see-through, unlike the Glock one. You know, you can see it right there. So you can see the bullets through it, which is awesome. And that's on both sides of the magazine. You can look down clearly and see plenty of rounds in there. I like that visibility too. And also, it's got these nice grooves on the back for insertion into your pistol. Makes it real easy to slide in. Pretty handy for the Glock 43X. I'm pretty impressed with these magazines, although I have not shot them yet. I'm planning on doing that maybe Thursday or Friday, and I'll take a video of it and show you guys how they run. It'll be the first video of me shooting these. I've never shot them before, so we'll see how they run. But so far, I'm kind of impressed. So that being said, thank you to the subscriber who recommended these magazines. I did buy 2 of them, so we'll see how they run on Thursday. Okay. Now, real quick, I just want you guys to know that this is my setup. You guys can run things however you want. It's a free country. There's all kinds of different options for you to use. Okay? This is just what works for me. All right? So, this is a Tri Precision level 3A armor battle belt. And I like it nice and tight. Okay? So, I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can get this down a little. All right, you guys can see it. This is right at the height that I really, really like. I'm able to just bust it out and put it right back with ease. I like this height. This height is perfect for me. Let me get this down just a little bit. This height is perfect for me. Okay? So, this is where I'm at. You guys might not like it this high, but whatever. You know, to each their own. It's a pretty comfortable belt. I'm not really looking for anything else. Let's see if I can come down just a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. Great belt. I want to hear some recommendations that you guys might have, that you guys use, because I am looking for I like to be a little bit diversified, you know, so I like this thing. I'll probably always run this Tri Precision battle belt. And like I said, it's got the level 3A soft armor in it. It's lightweight, extremely lightweight. There's not much to this belt. The MOLLE attachments, I'm not really too, I mean, I like MOLLE. I'm a big fan of it. But for the Safariland holsters, I'm kind of not. Reason being is I've had to make some personal modifications. See if this stupid thing's still on. I got one of these DJI things or whatever. The MOLLE attachments for the Safariland holsters that I paid 300 something bucks for, these MOLLE attachments aren't they're not sturdy at all when it comes to this type of belt. Either the belt needs to be harder or Safariland needs to figure out a way where this pistol is not going to move around and flop back and forth. Because if I didn't have these extra strength, super heavyweight zip ties, this thing here would be flopping back and forth like crazy. So I did have to make some modifications to it. Now, I know I'm going to get some flack for this, and that's fine. But that's totally fine. So these huge zip ties on here, I don't know if you can see them because of the light, but you can kind of see them now in the light. I have these zip ties on here, super high strength, heavy duty zip ties, just so I can have the pistol where I want it. It's not the best setup, I get it, but if you guys have any options, please leave it in the comments. I kind of need help with this. So if you guys could leave something, you dudes who run these things every day, you know, what do you got for me? I want to hear it because I'm ready to make a purchase. Okay. So I do run the Glock 43X as my primary. Okay. I'm not too stoked on this light, but you guys get the idea. This is a Glock 43X. So, you know, it is what it is. Beautiful gun. This is my favorite pistol. I do have the Trijicon red dot on it, which makes life a little bit easier. And I also do have the TLR 1 HL Streamlight flashlight as my weapon mounted light. And I run the Glock 43X stock magazines. And this is actually the this pistol here is the Glock 19X MOE. So it came already with the cutout in the slide, and it came with the suppressor sights on it. I forget what the term they use for them, but these are suppressor height backup sights. So they're nice. And you know, they're also nice too because they are right at this perfect height where if your red dot goes out, you can see just fine. You can see just fine right through it. No big deal. So this pistol here shoots absolutely perfect. I love this thing. I'm a big fan of it. So I do have two of these. I carry one in my truck, and I also carry one on my battle belt. But this one has the red dot. The other one I carry in my truck is just a stock pistol. I'm not even sure if I have. Yeah, I do have an Enforce light pistol on it, which, you know, is pretty good. I kind of like them. So around the belt, I don't know, can you guys see? Yeah, you guys can kind of see. Let me get you in here real quick, just so you can get a better visual on what I'm looking at. So here's my Safari Land, okay? And then I run a tourniquet right on the back right here, right next to my med kit. Now in my med kit, I'm not gonna take this thing apart because this thing is really, really packed. If you guys know me, I run more than I probably should of pretty much everything. You know, in my bug out kit for my truck, my get home bag, my bug out bag, I carry extra food, I carry extra things just because, you know, I like giving. I really, really like giving, and I want to help, you know, so I carry extra things. I have extra tourniquets. I have extra combat gauze. I've got a lot of extra stuff, you know, and some people will say I overdo it. You know what? Maybe I do, but I'm in the mindset of helping others. So if I have to carry a little bit of extra weight, you know what? I'm going to. I'm not selfish. So that being said, let's get back to this. I'm going to set you down right here. Thanks for joining me, folks. All right. So I run a tourniquet right here. And my med kit, it's got all the standard stuff. It's got combat gauze, a lot of it. I've got packing. I've got blood clot, extra tourniquets, like I said, gloves, some disinfectant, alcohol or You know, I mean, there's even Band-Aids and stuff in here for the simple things. I know I'm probably not going to need that, but I just do have them anyways. You never know what's going to happen. Like say with your girl at the range or whatever, if you're using your battle belt for the range, you've got a bunch of stuff in here to help with almost everything for immediate transport, right? So, or little boo-boos or whatever. So that's my med kit, tourniquet. And I did get these shears. Here, I'm going to get you guys some different light here. So check these shears out. Okay. These are the Leatherman Raptor Rescue shears. Okay. These things are pretty awesome. Let me just show you right here. Check these things out. So you have this, you got to be careful with the blade on these things because it'll cut your finger right off. So you got a clip right there that can clip onto a belt. It clips right onto my molly, no big deal. Works real well. Here, actually, let me go with this first. You got to be really, if you're gonna buy one of these, you got to be really careful, okay? Because everything on here is super sharp. All right, so this is for cutting back a garment, like a shirt. You can just rip it right down. So you just rip it, okay? And that folds in nice and conveniently right there. You see that little groove? This thing is freaking awesome. A really good friend of mine bought me this thing for Christmas 2 years ago. And I love it. I love having this option here, okay? Now, when you open them up, these things are super, super sharp. You don't want to put your finger in there, you know what I'm saying? And it also has your inches on there, okay? So you can measure whatever you need to measure. All right? How you break this thing down is you've got this little button right here. You just push that in, or right here. You just push this in and it collapses one part of it, okay? And then on the other side, you have this other button that collapses this part. So now you have it folded up. And what I can do is I can put it right back on my molly attachment. No big deal. Right behind my med kit. Perfect. It's very convenient. Okay. So right around here, we're going to go to my Leatherman tool. Okay. My Leatherman is pretty awesome. This is called, God, the light here is just terrible. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So the light here, or the Leatherman, this thing's pretty sweet. This is the Leatherman Mutt. Okay. Very good, high quality. Okay. I mean, this thing, you've got cutters in there that are very, very, very sharp. Okay, very sharp. These pliers are some of the best pliers you can buy with a Leatherman multi-tool. Okay. And this thing can withstand a lot of grip. Okay. So I'll fold it back in. You have, with the Leatherman Mutt, you could break windows. You've got a cutting tool right there. You can see the blade on it. So that's your cutting tool. Okay. You have a Phillips. You have a flathead. You have this pick, which is very, very convenient. You can use it for a variety of different things. And then, let's see, you can take this thing apart. You have a saw blade in here. You've got your regular blade, and you got a bottle opener. You've got this little thing right here. I'm not really sure what that does. If you guys know, leave it in the comments. Let me do something here. Let me see if I can figure this thing. I haven't used this thing in quite a long time. Yeah, you got this tool here, which I'm not sure what this thing is for? Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments. You know, you could probably use it for a bunch of different things. I'm just not sure what. I haven't learned this thing 100%. So I'm not going to sit here and give you a bunch of information on this thing that I don't know. But I do know that, oh, look at this. Here's the blade. Sometimes it takes searching out for the things. Look at this blade, you guys. Dude, this blade is so sharp and serrated, and you can really cut with this thing. Just this thing in your hand it feels really, really good. So you're able to just cut if you want. Like I said, dude, this thing is super sharp. So remember, always fold. See, I'm not sure. I don't want to cut my finger off. Oh, here it is. So you've got this little, see, a lot of these multi-tools have these little stops. So you push that in, and now it folds right back into itself. Dude, this blade is so sharp. You got to be super careful. Okay. There it is. Okay. Man, this thing's so sweet. And look, it even has this clip right here you can use to shut the thing so it doesn't open up on you freely. There's a lot of cool things about this. I'll learn more about it and I'll do a video on it. But that's one thing I do carry inside of my battle belt right next to my magazines, okay? And next, all I carry on my left side with right next to the Leatherman mutt are my mags. And I always keep them loaded with 115 grain hollow point Hornady XTPs. I'm not going to use round nose for self-defense. I'm going to use something that's proven, that works, okay? And the hollow points, I'm a big fan of. Max amount of damage possible. Okay, you want some stopping power, right? You don't want a round nose, which is going to stop somebody probably, but it's going to take more rounds than one of these standard hollow points will, right? So that's kind of it for my battle belt. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. What else? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, and you know what? I have these shoulder straps. I'm a big fan of these things just because it keeps the belt nice and stable. I don't feel like it's gonna fall at my hips ever, even though it's super tight. One thing I need to do with this battle belt, this Cry Precision battle belt, is I have to tighten my pants really, really tight. Not tight where I'm like struggling, breathing, but they have to be tight enough in order for this thing to fully clip in, and you feel a little more confident with these shoulder straps on. You know it's not going to go anywhere, okay? And these straps do come separate. You got to buy these for like 40 bucks if you want to carry them. Some guys don't, some guys do. I do, and I kind of like them. So, and they're comfortable. They're not uncomfortable, which is, you know, I wouldn't run it if it was. So I would say the only drawback with this setup is having to use these huge zip ties to keep my pistol, my Safariland $350 holster, from moving around so much. Now, if they break, I'm kind of screwed. So if you guys have any recommendations, please leave them in the comments. I'd like to hear it. And if you have any other recommendations for me that I should be doing with this belt, please let me know. I also kind of want to know what you guys are carrying so I can be able to go look at some things, at some different options, because I'm looking for a few belts to run some stuff with. So, and I'm also open to different options at actually changing my battle belt. I don't want to, but I think I've had this thing for about 3 years now, and I'm sure it's probably outdated. But you know, that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I want to hear what you got to say. And please leave your recommendations. I can't ask that enough. I'd really like to hear them. So if you guys have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments. I'll answer when I can. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys got after it today, man. You know, we're kind of living in this crazy time of like, it's like a calm before the storm type thing. And I know you guys are feeling the same thing. So keep prepping, stay strapped, and there's my neighbor. And I haven't seen that guy in a long time. I kind of miss him. Stay strapped, stay dangerous, and stay hard to kill always, okay? If you're not exercising yet, start getting to it. You know, we've got a responsibility in this country to be the defenders of this nation as men and to be the leaders of our families. So I hope you guys are making the right decision today. May the Lord be with all of you, bless you, and keep you. And please leave some comments as to what you guys are running. If you have any recommendations for me, please leave them. I can't reiterate that enough. So anyways, I'm out of here. You guys take care of yourself. Later.